Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Plenty with Sulo, our venue partner, Department of Coffee, clothing partner GFlock, hair and makeup Salon Tobe by Michelle Oodugama. Be tuned to Daily Mirror Online. Hello everyone, this is Plenty with Sulo. Today, our guest is an emerging national powerlifting champion 21-22, and also she broke the glass ceiling in Sri Lankan's fashion market by launching plus size segment. She is Adhisha Dahanayake, founder Double XL. Hi Adhisha.
Hi.
This is a very informal discussion.
Okay.
Please feel free, and it's just 20 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me today.
It's an honor to have you, and I'm someone who is really a follower of your fashion, and I really like it.
Thank you.
So before we come to your business, I just want to ask you, who is Adhisha Das?
Adhisha. Actually, I'm from Kandy, and I'm the eldest child in the family. I have a younger brother. My father, he's actually a government officer, almost 38 years. And my mother, she's a housewife. So I think I actually studied in Good Shepherd Convent, Kandy.
So Shama Shepherd in Colombo, Shepherd in Kandy, okay.
Yeah, so from school days, I think I'm a very independent person, and I always had a dream, I would say. And I really like sports, and I was the school games captain in my school. So, yeah. Because I think I always challenge myself, and I still do. So yeah, I think it's Adhisha.
So Shepherdian sports is very, because we were, I think we were built with sports and discipline, and also that word comes, sit with a lady and act like a lady.
Yeah.
That comes in this thing. So that's why I think you got into powerlifting, which is not a girls or a woman game, and not from a convent girl coming from. So what made you to get into this powerlifting?
Well, I think that's a myth actually, because powerlifting, everyone think powerlifting, to do powerlifting, you have to have like a big body, or
and
like
male
like a muscular body, right? But powerlifting it's all about a mind game. Right? It's a mind game. It's all about your mindset. Because recently, like we had this chaotic situation in the country, and like past 4 years we were going through
it was not so economic crisis, everything.
So the recent competition I had, I actually trained only for only about let's say 3 to 4 weeks, like let's say about a month. But I'm doing, like all the almost 4 years. I'm doing powerlifting. But the recent competition, because with this power cut issues and everything, it was very hard for me to concentrate while I'm doing the business, because by 6 o'clock I have to be at the gym, and I have to forget everything, and I have to go under barbell, and I have to like pull that weight, right? So when I started training for the previous, the last, the recent competition, I learned a lot this time, right? Because actually there were 100 reasons for me to not to do the meet, not to compete the meet. And then when I went home, and one Saturday I spoke to my coach, and also I spoke to the team captain, the powerlifting team captain, and I asked him, "You think that I can do this?" And then he said, "Yes, totally, Adhisha, you can." And also I spoke to my coach. Coach is like, he has a different mindset. He said like, "No, but I want to see your strength level," right? So this was on a Saturday morning, and by around 10 o'clock, I had a coffee, and then I just played my power list, right? And then I told him, "Okay, fine, I'm coming today. Let's do all 3 lifts and see like whether I still have that strong mindset and the strength." He said, "Yeah, okay, so come at 2, right?" So I went there, and I started training. I did my best. I gave everything, and I did.
That's a woman, right?
Yes.
When you are challenged, you want to prove it, right?
Right. And then I hit the really good total, and he said, "I can't believe," right? okay, so we can train. We have only 3 weeks, but make sure that you come into the gym and do your training really well, and let's prepare. And then we had to get the weight, because all these years I was competing under 84 category. That is my comfort zone actually. I don't like to lose weight also, because I like to eat good food and enjoy my life also in the meantime. So then I told him, so I'll do like 84 under 84 category. He said, yeah, so then you have to lose, because at that time it was 88.4 kilograms. So he told me, okay, then you have to lose 5.7, at least 5 kilograms you have to lose. I said, okay. I took that challenge also, like it was like just only 3 weeks. So I started like, going on a really good diet, because most of the people think like, when you do powerlifting, you can eat like all junk food. No, because when we do powerlifting,
there's a weight and everything.
Yeah, and you have to have like good carbohydrate and also good protein intake. So every like per day, like you have to have like 6 meals. So it's not easy while you're at a meeting having like good carbohydrate and like a piece of chicken. It's not always, I can't do that, but I try my best to do that. I try to commit myself. So and then I started doing that, but again, like 1 week before the meet, my weight was like 87.750 grams. So I had to lose 3 kilos basically within 4 days. Right, so I had to cut water, and before 3 days my coach told me like, okay, Adhisha, now I think if you can't compete under 84, why don't we go like 1 up, and then why can't we go for the other category, which is 84 plus. I said, no, I want to do under 84 kg, right? So he said, okay, so then you have only 3 days. So then I went to the sauna, and then I started like, somehow there's a thing called like, what is that, heating blanket. So I lost like 450 grams luckily, and then I stopped like my water intake, and no food like all 3 days, right? I mean, food like in the sense protein, no carbohydrate. So while I was having a meeting, like everyone is like enjoying like cup of coffee, and like, I was just like watching them, and I just had like, 1 liter water throughout the day. So that was the sacrifice I made, right? But I'm very happy, right? And you really can do that sacrifice when you have a target, right? So, and the last day morning, he told me, now you have to cut water completely. And then the early morning I went to the gym, high octane, and I went and I just like weigh myself, and then I was 83.950 grams, right?
Oh my
So then
God.
I actually said, Adhisha, you made it, right? And then I went to the meet, and then you have to like, they're taking the weight again. At that time it was again 84 kg and 100 grams, so I had to like take off my shoes, and then somehow the weight was okay, and my coach said like, it's really good, like so you made it, right? And then I started like doing the meet. So it includes, powerlifting includes 3 categories. Like one is like you have to do squats, like it's 3 lifts, and bench press that you have to push the bar, and it's 3 lifts again. So deadlifts is again 3 lifts, so altogether 9 lifts. So my squats was like 105 kilos, and that was the best at that meet, and the bench was 70 kilos, and the deadlift was 160. So just imagine like without food and water intake, how you do that. So after that I ate, but and then I started doing the meet. And last 3 lifts I did, it's all my mindset. It's not my strength, it's not my, I don't know, not my food or not energy. It's all about the mindset, because the last lift, it was a national record, and actually I broke my own record. And so my team captain and my coach came, and they actually, it's not, they didn't shout it, but they said like, you have to do this, because this is, So then when I went to the platform, I thought, Adhisha, this is the only way out. You have to pull the bar, right? So then I somehow managed it. And so this is actually, Sulochana, for me, powerlifting, it gives me a lot of discipline into my life.
It gives you discipline. From what you said was mainly for many women to understand that if you set your mind on a target, you really drive it.
Yes.
And also it's not about what other people say. It's what you want to do. That's what you have achieved. I don't see that you are breaking the national records. I see someone actually making it happen because you were challenged because you wanted to prove to yourself.
Yes.
Many times women, lot of people thinks women are proving to others. It's about helping us to survive in this.
Yeah. So it's just, I mean, actually I started powerlifting because purely because after my father passed away, I just wanted to be distracted, right? Because during that period I started going to these yoga retreat programs, but and you know, like different countries. But again, on my way back to Colombo, I was just thinking again, I'm coming to the same place where I started, where I grieved, right? So where's the way out? So then only
the survivor.
Yeah, right. I mean, because for me to like start my life again, like to move on, right? So then only I started powerlifting, and the commitment and the help and the support I'm getting, it's amazing. So I want women to like participate this sport, because when you go to the platform, it's not about people asking me like, Adhisha, don't you feel like to wear, I mean, is it okay for you to wear that singlet, like because you're big and you're I mean, come on, like when you go onto that platform, I don't know like what I'm wearing.
You want to win.
I just want to win, I just want to pull that pounds, right? So it's a crazy mindset when you start that, and you feel very powerful. It's not under the barbell. When you are out, also out of the gym, you feel like when you make decisions, it's very powerful, and you know you're doing the right thing, and you have different energy. You know, when you, I mean,
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
I think it's time for women who wants to get away from a lot of this thing. One sport is there, it's a mental sport, and that's
it is a mental sport, yes.
Yes. So the powerlifting champion started a fashion trending this. And what does fashion, powerlifting has in common? What was the vision for you?
Actually, it's the other way. I started double XL in 2010.
Okay.
And then 2015 my father passed away, and then I wanted a distraction, and then I started powerlifting.
It's the other way around.
It's the other way around.
But it came as powerlifter started.
Yes.
Okay.
So well, double XL, it's very personal to me, because my body type is like a yo-yo, right? When I eat good food and go to the gym, like yes, totally I can maintain size 12, size 14. But when I really enjoy my food and like, you know, do my normal, like if I live like normal people, so then I gain weight. So back then, those days when I was in school also, I was a little bit of a chubby girl, and then after school
because
also,
you have structures different structures.
It's different structures we all have. So but after and then I went to Australia, and in Australia actually I saw a lot of people, they're celebrating their size. You know, they wear whatever they like to wear. Right, they wear shorts, they wear crop tops, they wear whatever they like. They don't care about their body type, they don't care about their body structure. All what they care about is the fashion, right?
We were told you have to, as a woman, you have to be a perfect body.
Yeah.
We were not told to be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true that, yeah. So then I was just thinking, okay, so I actually had a good time there when I was studying, and then I came back to Sri Lanka. And then when I'm here in Sri Lanka, I had to go through a lot of bad experience, especially like, you know, in most of the clothing stores. And they said like, you don't have, we don't have your size. You have your big tummy, you have big, whatever they call it,
your
right?
broad shoulders.
Your
structure is not a Sri Lankan size structure.
Yeah, so
you have to look at the UK size.
Yes, and the structure is different, and then your thighs are big, like, you know, a lot of comments. So then I thought like, okay, fine. And one day I actually had a very bad experience at a clothing store, and then I thought, okay, there's a vacuum in the market and there's a gap in the market. Why not? Why can't we start this? And then I had a chat with my partners, and while we were having a glass of wine at a family gathering, and then I just told them like, I have this kind of idea. So everybody liked it. And one of my cousin brothers told me, so why don't you call it double XL? So it's very straightforward. That's how we started this. So that was in 2010. And yeah.
So actually they say entrepreneurship and startups are solution makers.
Yes.
When a society finds there's an issue, they bring a solution and become a business model.
Yeah.
So what you have really practiced was a solution for people who thinks there is an issue,
Yeah.
and it's not a vacuum, it was an issue
Yes.
that
it was
no
an
one
issue.
addressed it.
Yeah.
You brought a solution.
Yeah.
And that's the shift I think, even though we say it's a new market, I think it was a problem solving thing that you have brought in.
Yes, yes, we
Because
did.
I know a lot of my family and my friends who goes for all these things,
Okay.
and they comment and say, finally we have a place to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because Sri Lanka used to look at, see that size.
Yeah,
We used to
yeah.
stare at it.
Yeah, yeah,
Without
me too.
knowing the biological, some other medical issues were
Exactly, because there are people that are less active, they can't be active because,
Yes.
and also medication issue, it could be whatever the reason. So,
there. And especially women has a lot of hormone issues.
yeah. So that's why we have only all the plus sizes available at XXL, because I want my customers to come inside and be free. They can dance, they can do whatever they want, and they can still be at a comfort zone. Because I had bad experience, so I never wanted to repeat those experience again in Sri Lanka. So
I do, because I went to your shop and I think I have one dress where I wore it to one of the fashion shows in India, and everyone
Okay.
asked where. I said from Sri Lanka.
Okay.
Really? Sri Lanka has
Okay.
it, so I still
Thank you.
have that, so I always admire it.
Thanks.
So coming to this thing, the public opinion and the challenges you faced, because it's not easy to put a brand out
Yeah.
and say here it is,
Yeah.
right? Even though it's required, there will be a lot of opinions. Sri Lanka
Yeah.
is good on giving criticism,
Yes.
and there can be a lot of challenges. So
Yeah.
if you can share a bit about it.
Yeah, from the beginning it was a challenge because it's a new market, new segment, and again coming from candy, and pitching a new brand, a product is not easy here. And also bring this plus size segment into the store was really hard, because from the beginning when we introduced this, I would say we were struggling with the cash flows. Every startup is like that, and we were struggling, and all my friends were like, Adhisha, just try to, their suggestions, try to put some other sizes as well and bring some cash in, because you guys need that. But all my my team and myself, we thought no, because our original plan is just to cater to plus size, so we stick to that. So if we decided to put all the other sizes, we will be another ordinary shop clothing brand, but we are the only plus size clothing brand in Sri Lanka, which is I'm so happy to say that, right?
You should be.
That loud, yeah.
Because when women want to celebrate it, we feel guilty to try to say.
Yeah.
You have to own it.
Yeah, so it was pretty hard, and I can remember all my customers, they used to come in vehicles and they feel really bad to go inside, so they were inside the vehicle and they call the manager and they ask them to bring clothes for them to the vehicle just to choose, because they feel very bad to go inside the shop. Because people, in Sri Lanka, the plus size people, that segment, they're very insecure at that time.
I do have, because I was a very thin person, because of my medical issues
Conditions,
I put on. Then I knew I hate to go for my family this thing. They always ask, oh, you have put on.
Yeah.
And I have to go and explain there's a medical, but then I stopped explaining.
Yeah.
I said, this is me, accept it or leave it.
Yeah, so why explain, why, I'm just imagining you have to explain yourself being plus. I don't do that at all. So now I can see people come in and they know the whole shop is catering for plus size, so they're happy. So that was a major challenge we had. We really wanted to bring them into the shop. And the next is, I would say, to be very honest, Sulochana, from the beginning, everyone, men and women, really helped me. I'm lucky in that way, but I still can remember, the one thing is, I actually did everything at the shop from the beginning. Okay, I used to be the sales girl. I used to be in quality check-in department, and I used to be the cashier. I used to be the driver. I used to go and get fabrics.
So that's a real startup, right?
That's a real startup.
Because you become your vision.
Yeah.
You become the creator, you become the seller, you become the accountant, and that's where you started. Many of the small businesses were started like that.
Yeah.
So that when you grow big, you know where something goes wrong.
Yes.
Because you have worked there.
Yeah.
Many of I always say to entrepreneurs, don't ever lose that ownership of knowing your product and being a part of it.
That's the strength.
You don't need to be the boss of your own company. You need to be that person in
Yes,
your
yeah,
company.
yeah.
I think you are a very example for many entrepreneurs who thinks, because we have a concept, we put it out, do you want to be the boss of your same business?
Yeah.
Then start up.
Yeah.
Being a boss is not there.
Yeah, it's not there. Yeah, true. Yeah.
You have to roll your shirt and you have to get into that
Yeah,
work. That's
yeah.
what you have done.
Yeah.
So the recording with they said I have limited time, but I have to ask this
Yes.
very this thing, because fashion, design, clothing is a trending business, and
Yeah.
Sri Lanka is known by the world on this clothing, quality fashion.
Yeah.
But very few small businesses brand has gone to global. Do you have any strategy to go global?
Actually, to be very honest with you, Sulochana, I also tried last few years, like going global with especially with the pandemic. Because we really wanted to bring some, do some exports and also bring some dollars into the country. We tried that. I think it's not that it's impossible, but the thing is, I mean, this is my perspective. You have to do a lot of research. Right, and also when it comes to fashion and food, and it has like very, I don't know, the relationship with the culture in the country it has a big impact. So you have to basically live there, especially when it comes to plus size.
You have to understand the culture.
Yes.
You have to understand
and what are the colors they like, how they like to wear.
It's a huge process.
It's a huge process. So normally our people, like most of our designers or fashion designers or entrepreneurs, they don't like to invest for the research, but they blindly go and invest for the project.
Yeah.
So I had to fight even inside my company to do the research, to give like more priority to the research.
Our market research are very low.
Yeah.
We are more
That's
on
the
product
thing.
research.
We have to be very informative before we step into a new market. Yeah.
So this is a quick, I would say, question and answer.
Okay.
So some are true or false, some are yes or no.
Okay.
You can be neutral.
Okay.
Or you can answer.
Okay.
Right. The first question is, fashion should fit for people, not people should fit for fashion. True or false? Fashion should fit for people.
Yeah.
Not people should fit for
fashion should fit for people.
Okay.
Yes.
The second one, so sport should not be gender focused.
No, not at all.
SME should be given more facilities than BOI and multinational companies. Yes or no?
Okay, I'm going to be not neutral. Both should have. Yeah.
Sri Lankan Parliament national list should include 30% of women into Parliament.
Yes, big yes.
Children above 15 years,
Okay.
should allow to date so that child abuse and statutory rape can be avoided. When you say statutory rape, means even with the consent, if you had sex with a boy or a girl, it's called as a rape.
Yeah.
So if you given an opportunity to date and knowing people,
about the more aware about this. Yeah. Okay, I don't have kids, so I'm not done more research on this. So, but I would say yes, right? Yeah.
Religion and race should be taken out from the birth certificate.
Yes, yes.
Abortion is a woman's right. It should be allowed. Yes or no?
Okay, it's a tricky question. Okay, I'll be neutral. Yeah.
Marital rape should be considered as an act of violence. Yes or no?
Yes.
Young youth should be mentored and guided to take up country leadership.
Yes.
If you ever get a chance to get married again at the age of 20s, will you marry again?
No. Big no.
If you born again, will you like to be born as a man?
No. No. I enjoy this life.
Okay, well done, Adhisha. I think you have actually opened up in a good way for entrepreneurs, especially for women, to look at a market, look at themselves positively rather than complaining. And also you have spoken about sports as a mental, it's not just a physical fitness, it's a mental fitness. Yeah. And also I think you have broken up the myth that, you don't need to be a perfect body, but if you are a happy human being, you can be that fashion designer.
Yeah.
So I thank you, Adhisha, for joining with Plenty with Sulo. It's an honor to have, because I am someone who has been really fan of your fashion and also the way you put things out, because I always admire you.
Thank you.
And I think many of young women who are into fashion And many of young women who think of, there are gender-based sports, will look at it in a different way. And also the women who are in our age, middle age, there's no age limit to change your life, change your vision, picking up your sport. It's about your happiness, not about external happiness. As she said, if we make our mind, we can achieve it. That's the power of a woman. Adhisha, finally, do you have anything to share with us?
Yeah, actually, thank you so much for having me today and this opportunity. You have given me so many opportunities throughout these years, and you are a huge inspiration too, and you always inspire me. Thank you so much, Sulochana, and all these years, all the opportunities you have given me. Thank you, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much. Today, we had Adhisha Dahanayake, founder XXL. Be tuned to Plenty with Sulo.